Hi YouTube, this is Francesca via Breastfeeding Mamas. I'm going to do another video that was another viewer request. It's how to nurse your baby in public discreetly, particularly an older baby or a baby who doesn't like to use a nursing cover. So this will give you some options other than using the nursing cover in public. Sorry, this is on my webcam again. I have notes as I did in my last video. When I do a video like this where I'm going to be discussing lots of different things, I like to have notes on my computer. I have a little bit of mommy brain, so this kind of makes it easier for me to remember everything I want to say. So let's get started. Okay, my first tip is to practice in front of a mirror or in front of a video or somewhere where you can see what you actually look like nursing. That might sound a little bit silly, but if you practice in front of a mirror, you can see any sort of little bits that maybe you didn't realize were showing, that you're not comfortable having exposed. You can also notice your baby's habits a little bit more obviously than if you were just nursing how you normally would. You know, say your baby starts to squirm before they're about to pop off and expose your breast to the world. You can sort of be more aware of stuff like that. It just sort of helps to get you more comfortable with nursing discreetly. My second tip is if you like to use baby carriers like slings or May ties or wraps or stuff like that, you can nurse in one of those and not actually have sorry, Cam just got home and now I feel really kind of stupid talking to my computer. Okay, so you have an option to nurse in your carrier, and then that provides a little bit of coverage for your baby without actually having something over top of them, like a blanket or a carrier that's in their face and going to annoy them. My next tip is to breastfeed before your baby gets super hungry, because then you can find a place where you can, sit down and sort of be in a little bit more secluded area without, having to breastfeed in the busiest place available to you because your baby is starving. And having a baby who's, not really hungry and screaming their head off to be fed also attracts less attention because when your baby's crying for food, that can sort of get the attention of lots of people and not be super discreet. So that's another tip. Another tip is if you're in a retail location, like say you're in a mall or something, oftentimes you'll have nursing rooms available to you, but malls will be super smart and have a giant mall and one nursing room that's conveniently located very far away from wherever you happen to be. So a good place to ask to nurse is a changing room or a fitting room. A lot of stores will let you nurse in these places. It's a lot cleaner than a bathroom. There's not all these germs floating around everywhere. And there's also usually seating. There's somewhere like a chair or a bench or something where you can sit down and it's a little bit more comfortable. So ask to nurse in fitting rooms if you have that option available to you. Next tip, big tip, layer your clothes. Have a tank top underneath a sweater or a long sleeve or even a short sleeve, and then you can pull one shirt up, have the other shirt down obviously, and have the one shirt that's up cover your chest, and then have the other shirt that's down cover your stomach. If you've just recently had your baby or you're super uncomfortable with your midsection, you can also use belly bands like that you wear during pregnancy to wear your normal pants and keep them up. You can use those to sort of help to hide everything a little bit more effectively if you're super self-conscious about your torso. There's also nursing tops and tank tops that are made specifically for nursing. They're a little bit pricey, but if you are going to be nursing for a long time, or if you're out in public quite regularly, that might be a good option for you. If you're sitting down somewhere, like say you're in a restaurant and you are in a booth, try to sit inside and then have someone sit outside towards the public so that you're sort of blocked by someone else's body. Or even if you're just sitting in like a row of seating, try to pick the place that's closest to the wall or in a corner or something so that you can have people between you and the public to sort of create like a guard there. That's another good tip. And yeah, basically just practice too. I mean, in the beginning it's going to be really a little bit difficult. You're still learning how to get your baby latched on and your baby pops off and gets sleepy and leaves your breast hanging there while they fall asleep and stuff like that. But I mean, eventually you do get a little bit more confident, and it gets easier to nurse discreetly with practice. So those are all the tips that I have. I hope it was helpful to some of you. Personally, I've never used a cover with either of my babies. I just felt like wearing a nursing cover is really obvious that I'm nursing when I'm wearing a nursing cover, and I've been able to be more discreet using some of these tips. So I hope that they were helpful to you, and I hope everyone has a really great night and great rest of the weekend. Okay, bye.